So I saw the headline. I was perusing news feeds that read Hamas releases Israeli hostages for humanitarian reasons. And it struck me as rather odd. Humanitarian. The word humanitarian just popped off the page. Humanitarian reasons. So Hamas can go in, invade Israel, rape, murder, burn innocent civilians, chop off babies' heads. You've read the stories. You've seen the horrific stories of what they did. And then they kidnap people, women, children, the elderly. They drag them into Gaza, into their little rat tunnels. And then all of a sudden, because they let a couple of them go, or now 4 at this point, it's humanitarian. They're being humanitarian. Those people, those hostages wouldn't be there if it weren't for the barbaric, inhumane, ugly, animalistic actions of Hamas. So how can we call them humanitarian by letting people go whom they kidnap? And then one of the stories I thought was interesting, one of the elderly women that was released shared that when they brought her into Gaza, she was attacked by civilians, kicked, punched. She's in her, I think, 80s or 90s. Not all the civilians in Gaza are innocent. Let's reverse that. What if a group of extremist Zionists invaded Gaza, killed innocent women and children, men, cut off babies' heads, burned them, kidnapped them, brought them back to Israel, and then decided at some point to release a couple of them? Would the headline still read that that was humanitarian? It goes back to something I've said before, and that is that the world has come to a place where all oppressed people are equal, but some are more equal than others. And that's sad that we would connect the term humanitarian to any terrorist group, no matter who they are, no matter what their ideology is. That's not humanitarian. There's nothing human about that. It's inhumane. So I think one of the important elements of this is to be objective. Again, there's atrocities on all sides of every war that has gone on in human history. There have been atrocities on both sides. The point is, let's not attribute humanitarian to any terrorist group, and to again pray for peace in the Middle East and pray that the leaders would have wisdom in negotiating some sort of forward-thinking plan where Palestinians and Israelis can live in peace. I don't know if that's possible. I do know that the one answer to that is Jesus, the kingdom of God. But short of that, we can believe for it, pray for it, work for it. But on behalf of humans, let's really be humanitarian, treat each other with kindness and